Here's your shout out, man. Yes, Cash. We're going to be starting around maybe around 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, the countdown says 13 minutes just to allow for a buffer, but yeah, we'll be starting very, very soon. Thank you for joining, all of you. Just getting set up over here. We'll be waiting for the lovely, beautiful Krisha, and hey, our special guest as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How y'all all doing? I have the beautiful Krisha with me over here too. Krisha, say hi.
What's up, you guys? Welcome.
By the way, guys, Krisha just finished a VeChain video that is at the moment being processed and uploaded to YouTube. It should be ready actually in the middle of the stream, but we're going to hit the publish live only after the stream, so stay tuned for that. We were supposed to have Ollie on today, but for some reason I can't get a hold of him. He's probably busy digging into his dinner, a huge steak probably, so we're gonna have to wait on him, or perhaps just bring him in on tomorrow, because today Krisha and I do have some admin work to get to right after the stream, so we're gonna have a more of a short stream today, or at least we're gonna try. Usually my rambles end up making these really long either way, so Krisha, you're gonna have to kind of cut me off today as much as you want to. Don't hesitate, and hopefully today's stream is gonna go well. Yesterday's stream was a bit of a mess. Really sorry for that, guys. We're trying out new elements, as you guys can see. By the way, big thank you to Ollie and Krisha for setting this all up, right? I got a chance to just get out of the house, go for a run, and Krisha sat over here on my desk and worked all of this out with Ollie. Love you guys for it. Krisha, what are your thoughts on the market?
It's sort of mixed right now because, okay, so Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're like sort of hovering here, right? But I'm looking at the alts right now, Sean. The alts are looking freaking prime. Like, I was even just dissecting VeChain, and it looks good. Like, it looks really good. Like, guys, we closed a 2-day candle, by the way, today, as well as a 4-day candle. So, I mean, I don't want to jump the gun. I feel like the alts are looking good. It may be a precursor to what is, on the horizon. But we'll sort of have to wait and watch, though.
I am getting the same inkling as you are, Krisha. While Bitcoin is scaring a lot of people, Ethereum too, having a pullback after bouncing from $900 to $1,400. People are worried, and I understand that, because Bitcoin especially is looking a little bit scary, right? In yesterday's live stream, though, I'd given you guys a thorough analysis as to why I am remaining bullish, and hey, none of those conditions have, not all of them at least, have turned bearish just yet. So we'll go ahead and be taking a look at that, but we'll also be discussing what I'm seeing on the charts that are making me lean overall sentiment bullish today. So with that, Krisha, let's go ahead and dive into the charts. I'm going to be switching on over now, and boom, there we go. Let's turn the audio down, the music down a little bit as well. But let's confirm first with everyone else that they can actually hear us, right? Bob, Ace, if you guys are here listening to us, please confirm via chat that the audio is A-OK, the music's A-OK, and Krisha can be heard A-OK as well.
Yes. Give us those thumbs up, guys, to let us know. Oh man, that freaking thing was so neat.
Yeah, Ollie, man, what a freaking genius.
Ollie is such a genius. Like, oh, thank you, Ollie. I'm not sure if he's here. I don't know where he is, but he is easily the best.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Even Justin thing, he's like, that transition was cool.
I know,
eh? Volume is great. Good audio. Okay, we're getting a bunch of thumbs up. Okay, I like this. It's a good start so far. Fingers crossed. Good start.
Oh, hey, Ollie is here, Krisha. If you want, we can go ahead and switch on over to the Mango chat then. I'm going to hop on there. Krisha, just go ahead and join the Mango Conferences chat. I'll see you there.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm in here, and now I'm alone, and there's Krisha. Ollie still isn't in here. Jeez.
I'm right here. Yeah. Okay, we just switched chats. Yeah, Johnny May, 134 people watching and only 33 likes.
Come on, man. What's going on? Show that Mango love. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe too. And more importantly, if you guys want to catch the streams on time, well, just go ahead and hit that bell icon, because usually what we do is we turn on the live stream, turn on some music, and give you guys around 15 minutes of preparation time, or get to your goddamn computer time before we actually start with the analysis, right? So yeah, go ahead and hit the notification icon, guys. It's going to be beneficial. Raju's in here. Hey Raju, how's it going? Johnny, hey Johnny, hey man, good to see you in here. You missed the last two live streams, Johnny. I think you did at the very least. Jayesh, how's it going? Ace, My man, good to see you in here again. Patrick is here as well. Man, we got all the regulars. Mamba for life is in here too. How's it going, buddy? Kusha, do you want to go ahead and say hi to some of the chat members?
Yes, there's so many familiar ones. A lot of so Abhijit Pudwal is in here. What's up, man? Tan Swan, thumbs up. What's up? Atlof Malorca. I can never say that right. You know, maybe break it down for me. Coinciding with Ivan on Tech. Are we? I haven't watched Ivan on Tech at all. I think the first time I found Ivan on Tech was in the last bull market when I was introduced to the space. Hi from the south of France, DM. What's up, man? Kyle Medina's in here. Hey!
How's it going, Kyle?
BlackRock to enter crypto space, 8 trillion USD. Is it out? Like, is it official? The last one I heard, there was someone else who entered recently. I'm forgetting, was it, I'm forgetting the name. Damn it.
8 trillion USD. Are you sure about that? Damn, that's bullish. The FOMO's definitely kicking in, man. Here's the thing, right? We talked about this on yesterday's stream. I believe that we didn't get a chance to publish. I may actually have a copy of that. So let me know if you guys want me to go ahead and put that out regardless, because it might be, I don't know, it's not outdated really, right? Because we talked about, we ramble a lot and none of the rambles are ever outdated. So yeah, I could put that up. The audio might be a little bit off, so just heads up on that. Jay says, good morning, good morning, good morning. Bob says, you guys got a timer going. Whoop, whoop. Exactly, man. We got a timer going. We're going to be trying to improve the stream for you guys slowly and surely as we go. And hey, again, big heads up, or rather shout out to Ollie for that. And Ollie's still not in here. I'm not sure what's going on with that kid, but we're just going to wait for him to...
Here, man.
Oh, he's...
Oh!
Wow. Jesus.
He just
slipped
into the server.
So guys...
Did you hear me join?
No, we did not actually. I don't think I have that notification thingy set up. But hey guys, say hi to Ollie. For those of you who do not know Ollie, Ollie is one of our top seed members. A great guy. I've known him for almost a year now, right? I think you joined the seed 1 year ago, eh, Ollie? How are you enjoying the seed program thus far, buddy?
Oh, it's insane. It's so good. I've loved it so much.
Man, it's been just as great to have you with us, man. You're definitely like a true family member now, man. Jeez, like Ollie and I have spent so much time together, like brainstorming on ways to improve the community, arguing with each other, snapping at each other, and just like a fam, we forgive each other and move on, right? That's exactly why I built this community, man, to be able to build long-lasting relationships, to find gems like this, not just have like, you know, a lot of other communities, it just ends up being so mechanical, and that's not what Mango has been about. That we've managed to grow a community where we're actual friends, right? Like great friends we've been able to find in here, like Vinny, big shout out to Vinny, Trader Fraser, by the way. Then Vishal, Robert. I don't want to like go through a list because I'm probably going to forget names and then people are going to feel bad. Yeah. But you guys know what I mean. Love all of you guys. Do you guys want to start with the charts? But first though, we didn't get Ollie's sentiment. Ollie, bullish or bearish?
Yeah, bullish.
Bullish, eh? Damn. So yesterday neutral, like, today bullish.
Yeah, well, I just needed a 4-day close and that's it.
Oh, okay. There we go. I love that.
Ethereum looks so good.
He waited for the 4-day close and he got his 4-day close because I think you were talking to me about how there was a time where Ethereum gave us a 4-day close but dumped right back after.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
that was the 14th of December candle. That's the one I was referring to when I mentioned that.
Yes.
Okay.
Kusha, you and I were on the beach.
A lot of the 4-day closes across the board right now, they actually look really good. Like really good. Although I'll say this, like I was looking at Bitcoin's close as well as Ethereum's close. And yeah, they did close well, okay, on the 4-day. But I feel like if you look at the altcoins right now, the altcoins did better in terms of their close. I don't know if you guys are noticing that.
So,
I think the
Kusha, Ethereum is not an altcoin to you?
Ethereum? Of course Ethereum's an altcoin. Everything's an altcoin except Bitcoin. Jeez.
Yeah. Alright, then. Just confirming that we're still on the same page over here. So, the way I'm seeing things pan out is that Ethereum has been taking a leg, and then altcoins have been following, and even some of them outperforming Ethereum, even though Ethereum is leading the way, right? So you guys kind of can use Ethereum as a gauge to monitor whether you can get aggressive on altcoins. But Krisha, you're right. Like, even though Bitcoin's looking weak over here, when you look at the rest of the altcoins, Ethereum especially, and then you look at something like Cardano. By the way, guys, stay tuned for Cardano analysis that will be coming up tomorrow. I'm really liking the look of Cardano, guys. Like, the way it has reacted to this entire phase of the market, where the market is kind of at a tipping point where it either breaks up higher and goes to the next major weekly levels, or it breaks down and has a deeper consolidation, breaking the daily daily uptrend and going to a daily downtrend. Cardano has been looking pretty good. What are your thoughts, Krisha, Ollie?
Okay, Ollie, you go first.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, it's just looking really strong overall. Like, not much else to say, but the 2-day, 4-day close, they were all good. All still holding the 35-cent region.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just up. Like, after this weekly close, like, especially this weekly close, if it closes over that one high, like, I'd be targeting like 50 cents probably.
So you're talking about the 40-cent high at this region all the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. I really like the way it reacted. So we posted a update, by the way, on my views on. So I think it was like around 3 or 4 days, or rather the beginning of the week, we posted a seed analysis on Cardano, and I posted an update on why I'm liking Cardano over here this morning. Go ahead and check that out for those of you who are in the seed program. And yeah, I'm liking Cardano. Unlike Litecoin, where it was reacting with not as much strength, Cardano showing me exactly what I want to see on the charts from these levels over here on the weekly time frame, right? Even if you guys switch on over to the 4-hour time frame on ADA USDT, I'm looking at the Bittrex chart at the moment, and you guys can see that the 4-hour range, that resistance that flipped into support now at around 33 cents, that was respected too. So not only is it respecting its higher time frame levels, it's respecting its lower time frame levels, and I like that. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. I think Cardano it's toying with people. I'll be honest with you. So it's looking good, right? But I feel like it's really, like, look at this dip. Okay, now you're currently on Cardano USDT on that 4-hour time frame. Now we saw that sell off all the way down to support, and then we got picked up from there. But that sell-off, I bet you a lot of people actually got shook out of their positions there, because, I mean, this is like, it's really squeezing people out at this point. And I'm even looking at the daily. So the point of support that I was looking for Cardano to hold was this one coming in at around 36 cents. Now, if you look at the daily time frame, okay, look at what it has been doing relative to that region. Okay, so now we're like on the 5th day right now, just like oscillating, very, very close to that region of support. And notice how it's just about making it on the daily close.
Yep.
Right? So we're hugging. Yeah. And now again, so we closed over 36 cents, but now only to sell off immediately below that region of support. But so it's like a waiting game right now.
Yeah, and that's why we tell people stick to the high time frames and wait for the candle close, right? So when we say, right, stick to the high time frames and then wait for the candle close, it's a doubly weight game that we're asking people to do without actually saying that. But think about it, when you're saying 4 days, you're literally waiting for 4 days to pass, and then only look at the chart when the candle closes, because if you don't, you're going to get shook out on the lower time frames. Looking at this daily candle close, though, Krisha, look at that's a strong reaction. This is one of the reasons why I woke up and I had more confidence today than I did yesterday. And you guys could sense the confidence I had going into the charts yesterday, right? So today my confidence is even more. I could be wrong about this, of course. Like, my confidence means nothing, by the way. For those of you who are on the chat, do not play off my confidence. It means nothing. I could flip bearish in a freaking second. Like, for example, if we close a daily candle underneath 33 cents and take out this low over here now that we've put in at around 32, I'm bearish on Cardano. Boom. Well, midterm bearish, long term still bullish. So another thing that I did notice, guys, was on DOT. Now, those of you who did catch my analysis on DOT you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but those of you who didn't, it would be beneficial for you guys to go ahead and watch that video. It will be available on the YouTube channel. We got exactly what we were looking for in terms of its down leg and the pickup that we were looking for, right? Exactly to the T. Essentially, the big tell for us was going to be on the 12-hour time frame. If we took out that low, coming in at around $16.20, as soon as we lost that low, I was looking for a move to test this region around here, around 1460 to around 1499. So switch on over to your 12-hour time frame, guys, and you guys are gonna see this zone over here that I marked.
Yeah.
And we came down there, and look at the reaction yet again.
Yeah,
this is
ticked up.
Yep, so similar to the candle that we had on the daily, right? That got us bullish right over here on the 13th of Jan.
Yeah.
That's so similar, and again, it's giving you an idea of the direction or the mindset of the market participants who matter, right? The buying power, right? Though at the end of the day, guys, it's the buying power that dictates the direction of the market, and if the buying power is bullish, right? You guys need to be bullish, period. You cannot fight that buying power. Similar with the selling power. If the selling power is bearish, you guys need to be bearish, and these are the signs that you're looking for to tilt your bias.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that candle on dot actually looks so good. That daily candle, so it pretty much, you know, undid all of the bearish price action in the past 3 days. And this is what I mean, like, you know, the alts are looking good, but they're also toying with people here. Because look at, so we just went over Cardano, right? Where we saw that amazing daily close, and look at DOT right now. Even DOT's daily close was pretty freaking bullish, but now we're seeing that follow through to the downside, right? And this is what I mean. So people need to be very step out of the situation and freaking zoom the hell out of your chart.
Bull markets can be hard, man.
Yeah.
Bull markets can be hard for those who have sat through a bear market from the bull market highs, right? Because they're so scared, right? The people who are most successful in a bull market are the complete oblivious. The complete oblivious and the stupid who just have complete utter blind faith in the markets, that they'll always just get picked up because you're not afraid of drawdowns at all whatsoever. Like zero.
People that came in like mid 2017 to late 2017. It's like that now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a baby who is about to touch a hot stove and doesn't know what's going to happen, right? And hey, maybe that hot stove is a magical hot stove that's going to give him profits, and he touches it and he gets profits, and he touches it and he gets profits, and he doesn't know what he's doing. But then eventually it burns him, and that's what happened at 2017's 20,000 high, where they just kept. I'm not going to go into that right now. Let's go into the comments section, see what's going on over here. Justin thank you so much for the tip, man. He says everyone needs to join the seed program. Wow. Love it. What are your thoughts on that, Krisha?
Justin is so mango.
He's
like,
so
even
mango.
when he first joined and I was talking to him via PM, I'm like, man, this guy's gonna fit right in.
Yep.
Like, he's so mango. Such a funny lad too. But yeah, I mean, he Justin, like, you've been freaking amazing. Like, you just literally got into the family, and man, we're so glad to have you here.
I actually had a quick call with him the other day just to discuss something, because I was in the middle of a workout when he had a important question that I wanted to answer. And it turns out that he actually has a lot of experience. He sat through an entire bull market, and he has the natural intuition of knowing when to step out of the market. So Justin is, he'll surprise us. I'm pretty sure this guy's going to surprise us.
That's awesome.
All right, so going on over to the rest of the comment, Amna Saeed says, ETH is on edge. Are we anticipating a drop? Ollie, what are your thoughts on that? She says ETH is on edge, and are we going to be anticipating a drop? I'm going to switch on over to the Ethereum chart.
I'll have a look.
ETH USD.
Nah,
No?
probably not.
She's like, nah.
Like, it's looking fine. Like, even on the 4-hour time frame, like, as long as it's holding like its high lows continuously, like, you can pretty much draw just a trend line on the 4-hour, just getting picked up every single time. Like, you might as well just keep playing the same trend line until it breaks.
So you're looking at the rising channel, down all the way from around 914ish. Is that what you're drawing?
yeah, just marking out all the candle closes on the 4-hour. Like, you can draw like a rough line just going up,
Yeah.
and these 4-hour candles are just getting picked up off it again.
Yeah. And Ethereum did have another rising channel that you could be drawing in around from 900ish. That was a little bit tighter, and that broke up to the upside, right? Essentially, right, the rising trend line, the upper trend line, I think that broke to the upside already. So now I come back into the wedge. I'm not sure how you guys are drawing it. You guys can take a look at my chart to see how I'm drawing it. We broke to the upside above that zone at around 1381 to 1350ish. Now we're back within that channel if you're using candle closes. So that was interesting for sure. But let's go ahead and look at this on the weekly time frame. I think that's where it gets really easy. Let me just delete these lines.
Well,
So
on
the
buyback.
I'm looking for Ethereum, honestly, to take back 1,360. So as soon as we start living over that region, I think this is likely going to see that continuation that everyone's been looking for. So it's
1,000.
So I'll tell you guys what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I'm looking at the weekly range, okay? So I'm looking at the midpoint of the weekly range that we have currently sort of penetrated into. So it's a volatile range, and it goes all the way up to about $1,500. And I'm looking at that midpoint at 1,360. I think if we can start living over that again, I'm looking for another sort of run to the upside.
Yeah. I agree, yeah.
So Kusha, you're getting this midpoint range from the Kraken chart though, right?
He's like, right. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
but
so
it's like a rough estimate though, right?
Okay.
As in, what's the deviation? If you have to really think about the deviation between the other exchanges and Kraken. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not
pretty,
there.
It's pretty
not
high.
much.
It's pretty high. No, it's pretty high.
What?
So I wouldn't call that a
There's
midpoint.
lots of scam wicks on Kraken sometimes.
I would not call that.
Just look at Coinbase on Ethereum.
And Bitstamp, and that's because Kraken's high went all the way up to 1,600ish almost, and Coinbase was like 1440ish.
Yeah, it was 1420.
Yeah, so Kusha, I'm not saying that's not a level. I'm saying that is a stronger level than just a midpoint. I think if we close a weekly candle above there, that's going to be pretty freaking significant. I don't think we're going to close that weekly candle just over there. We're going to close it deep into the all-time highs, because as soon as we get even higher time frame confirmation, perhaps on the 3-day, the 4-day, people are going to be picking that up, and they're not going to be waiting for the weekly.
We broke the 4-day highs, by the way. And we sort of back tested it already. That's why I was saying, like, Ethereum looked so good.
Yeah. Ethereum has made new
4-day.
all-time highs.
Son of a gun. Okay, well, that just changed my entire perspective on it.
Yeah.
So at
Like, that was
1265, that one horizontal level right there, you just plotted out resistance for like 12 days, broke up, sort of retested. So like you could use the 4-day instead of waiting for the weekly, and you might get like better entries and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's you could call it aggressive, but come on, playing the 4-day time frame is
it's better than
playing the 4-hour,
the
right?
1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I see what you guys are looking at. Okay, that just changed my entire perspective. Damn, freaking Kraken bucket shop.
There you go.
Stupid guys. Like the drop downs on Kraken can really like mess with your data, man, on the chart. Like usually it's relatively okay when it comes to boil down to some other coins. But no, that was pretty drastic. The fact that my entire sort of analysis changed on the 4-day, because the 4-day is not looking too good on the Kraken chart. Like the lines are completely off.
Yeah.
So okay, that's something to note. Okay, thanks for pointing that out, Sean and Ollie.
So I'm liking the altcoins over here, at least the ones that have been running. In fact, Link has been holding its $20 high too, guys. If you turn on your 4-day or your weekly, I'm going to put on my weekly actually, because it's really, really neat. We literally tested it to the T and got picked up.
So good.
Yeah. Now, while this is happening, you can't get bearish, right? It's tempting to start getting antsy and start wanting to lose position, but this is the part about trading, or at least trend trading, that is difficult, right? Just basically doing nothing. We have this inclination to always be doing something, to always be acting. It's almost a societally driven culture into us, right, where we need to always be acting, and if we don't act, we feel like we're not doing anything. When it comes to trading, guys, a lot of the times doing nothing is the best thing you can do, which is why it's Mango. That's why I picked this profession, because I get rewarded for doing nothing. I get rewarded for hopping on a game with Ollie, playing some DBD, and actually avoiding mistakes. Like, what other profession do you guys get to do that, where you avoid making stupid mistakes by playing video games, right? So use that to your advantage, guys. Use that to your advantage, right? Because if you stare at the charts all day, you're likely going to get shook out of your position. I was talking to one of the Seedling members about this privately as well. Like, one of the rules that you should be adding to your list of rules is don't even look at, let's say you're trading a chart like Link, and it's based on the 4-day time frame. Don't look at Link until that 4-day candle approaches. Look at every other chart if you want to, but don't look at Link. Or better, just don't look at anything. Go to the beach. But anyways, let's go back on over to the comments over here. Ivan Ferranco, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Who else is in here? Derek Huto says ETH is holding strong. Yep, Ethereum is holding strong. Cardano is holding well. Link is holding well. Amna already responded to that. Acer says, yeah, but when you actually do it, you are rewarded. Experienced it firsthand. Yes, attaboy, Ace. Attaboy. So good to see you constantly improve, man. And improving fast, too. You're using that energy that you have, that was initially your bane, right? That was actually working against you. Now you're beginning to use that energy to learn faster and avoid making the mistakes you used to make when you use that energy in the wrong way. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. Good job. Bob says, I think ICX, USD and BTC need a look, because ICX USD is breaking some of the last major resistances below $1, and ICX BTC has rounded momentum up, breaking resistance. Hey man, that's actually a pretty good succinct analysis in 3 sentences. Yeah. Good job. Good job, Bob. Good job. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my ICX chart, guys. I'm gonna be using the Binance USDT pairing. Right. Cool. Oof, looking good. Again, another sign, guys. Another sign that the freaking altcoins are looking great. And how do you remain bearish on this market?
Well, I don't know how you could be bearish, but
okay, this is pretty much done everything you could ask for it to do now at this point.
Yeah, this looks really, really good. Damn.
This is looking really good. Yep, ICX. Yep,
very good.
Really good find, man. He's been asking us to check out ICX for a few days now, and it kept looking better and better every single day. Probably wants to get to around $1.20 next, but I think this has way further to go. Bob, is there another chart with more price history? Probably gonna get to $2, to be honest. What's ICX all about anyways? Is it a platform too? Probably why it's getting some hype, because of the Ethereum outrageous fees. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ethereum's fees are like stupid. Like, they're actually really stupid at this point.
It's insane.
The thing is that the newcomers are gonna fall for the high fees. A lot of them do not know how to set their fees.
Yeah, again, guys, go ahead and check out my article that I wrote a few years ago on Ethereum, gas, GUE, explaining those ideas. I explained it using simple analogies, but it's really important for you guys to know what that means and how you can optimize your transaction fees. Because I feel like at the moment, the miners and the entire the part of the community that should be taking responsibility over here and trying to educate the people are not, right? So because people don't know that they can adjust how much fees they pay, they are all overbidding, because you need to understand that the Ethereum network right now is literally a capitalist system, which is fine, which is completely fine. But what people don't know is that they have a choice in how much they bid for transaction fees, right? You get a choice to say, hey, you know what, I want to pay only $2, okay? Or I want to pay $5, or I want to pay freaking 30 cents. You get a choice to say that. But when you don't know that you have a choice to pay a fee, right, what ends up happening is the platform that you're using, whether it be Uniswap or MetaMask, will pick it for you. And if they pick the highest fee possible for you, you are, without realizing it, bidding a really high price. So you are pushing the market up. And I was beginning to wonder whether, because of the unawareness of how these things work, people just, are bidding up the fees without realizing it, and the miners are having a blast. And why wouldn't they, right? Why wouldn't they? Good for them. Good for them. But please be aware that you can set your fees, and if everybody starts educating themselves on that, which I doubt is going to happen, and yeah.
I just linked the article in the chat, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Yay.
Ollie. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ollie.
Appreciate that. But I wish I had the time to sit down and freaking do tutorials and educate people on everything I'd want to. But if any of you in the community would be interested in, helping Mango out and joining part of the team and do content like this, right? Fundamental content, the kind of content I used to do. If you're more keen on that, do reach out, man. Would love to talk. But yeah guys,
cool.
Any charts that you want to look at in particular? Ollie, anything you're looking at?
Not really, no.
Just Bitcoin, eh? Let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin, man. Zill. All right. We'll take Krisha's request.
And then we have to look at Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin is, it's looking, I don't know. We'll look at the chart and we'll get everyone's thoughts.
Zill is looking good, but this weekly chart is a little bit showing me a lack of strength. It wants to range over here, putting in lower highs on the weekly time frame, which
it's
is
not looking as good.
It's not, yeah. The stronger charts. I like ICX, but this could turn around at any moment.
It just looks like it's following Bitcoin a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
I'll
look
be
at
waiting for
BTC.
Zill to take out the 4-hour Tenkin again if this has to go up. But Zill actually is also one of the better charts to be playing in terms of, it's super neat chart. It almost reminds me of that. VeChain and Zill, they're both very, very neat.
Yeah, their horizontals are.
Yeah. There could be a potential bearish head and shoulders on Zill, potential, on the lower time frames, but
Oh yeah, I see that.
it hasn't played out yet. Agazi, we just covered Cardano in the beginning of the video, so you can just rewind and you'll be able to find that. And for those of you asking for VeChain, I have done a dedicated video on VeChain, which I will be publishing right after the stream. And yes, VeChain is looking freaking strong.
Yeah, I was about to ask you for your thoughts on VeChain, your quick thoughts, your quick sentiment.
VeChain is looking very strong. It's stupid strong. Of course, it can have a pullback. A trade always has two sides to it. But I'll be looking for the 4-hour Tenkin to be taken out. If you guys want a point of reference, it's going to be the 4-hour Tenkin. But still, man, the trend is freaking strong on many of the altcoins.
Yeah.
Even if some of these guys do have a pullback, it's going to take a lot for them to actually turn bearish on their USDT charts. So that's definitely something to note there.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to keep going.
Speaking of them switching bearish on their USD charts, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. I'm going to be starting with the daily time frame. Just a quick update on what we've been looking at since yesterday's stream was essentially. So Krisha, there's something we do need to address first before we start with the daily. Was the 4-hour. We did lose that range that I had marked out yesterday. But this is where it gets interesting, right? We took out that low at around 33,853. And what happens right after, guys? That was really interesting. Was that just a hunt? Or was that sign of things to come? This is where I get...
ladder. I don't mean
sign of things to come? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying ladder.
Yeah.
I'm not liking the price action here, honestly, for Bitcoin. I think it's looking weak. Okay, how about this? See, the down drives are good. They're healthy, right? But in a bull market, when the trend is, super bullish, and we are looking for continuation to really get a gauge on the trend or where it may go in the shorter time frames, I want the updrives to be a little more powerful. I want to see strength, and I think that's what Bitcoin is lacking right now. Even on those lower time frames, you're not seeing that strength come in those consecutive run-ups.
Yes.
To test resistance, and that's what I don't like seeing. And because we're not getting that, I'm saying that this may be a sign of things to come.
Yep, that's completely fair. Yep. I wouldn't be too quick to call that a liquidity hunt. Definitely the daily candle close to was not convincing enough to say, hey, you know what, that was a liquidity hunt. But it's something to keep in mind too.
It did actually hold the mango dynamic, by the way.
Exactly. I didn't want to pull that up just yet, but it held the mango dynamic. So That's where it gets really interesting, and that's what the Mango
Yeah.
dynamic was actually built for, right? To be able to take away all the decision fatigue that I used to get with all of these freaking things. But hey,
Yeah.
that aside though, right? Let's say you don't have access to the Mango dynamic. We have a zone over here that we've been looking at to make our lives even simpler. Yes, you'd have to wait for a little bit more of a drawdown. Coming in at around 33,950, let's say 34,000, all the way down
Yep.
to 32,300-ish, right? Essentially, this wick low is the bottom of the zone, 32,000. So that's a $2,000 zone over there that if Bitcoin closes the candle underneath there, it becomes really easy. Really easy to be like, all right, this is this is not looking good right now. And if the altcoins are still looking good at that point, maybe that's when we actually start seeing the altcoin rally that a lot of people have been really waiting for. Kusha, you have analyzed the historical charts, right? Bitcoin did something like this in the past. What are your thoughts?
Yes. That's the thing. Like it gets. How about this? I'll say this. Okay, from my back testing and from all my observations and all my notes, I've noticed that every time Bitcoin does drop, okay, Bitcoin USD, when that chart takes a down leg, the altcoins are not spared. Okay, for the most part, like 80 to 90% of them, they go down with Bitcoin. Of course, there are going to be some outliers, but for the 80-90% that go down with Bitcoin, yeah, we see that those down moves. But what happens in that instance, okay, is that the leg down for the altcoins isn't as intense as Bitcoin's leg down. So they all take that leg down, yes, but the altcoins actually find very, very strong support.
Yep.
Okay,
So-
and that's when you see those Bitcoin pairings actually turn. That's when the Bitcoin pairings give you that sign that, hey, this alt is about to get picked up,
Yes.
right? And then we see those rallies start on the altcoins.
And do you think we're seeing that right now?
I think so. I think the alts are giving us, many of the alts right now, they're giving us that signal on the Bitcoin charts. And that's why I said that even if Bitcoin BTC USD has to drop from here, I'm saying that the altcoins too will go down with it on their USD charts. However, that Bitcoin chart, the altcoin Bitcoin pairings are still going to look good. They're still going to hold support. And when they do that, that is everyone's sign that, hey, perhaps we may be witnessing the beginning of an alt run.
All right. So, Ollie, what are your thoughts on what Kusha just said? Do you think that is there a possibility we're just looking to see what we want to see? And that's something I'm afraid of always, right? Because, hey, the altcoin rally is something everybody is looking for, something everybody wants. Of course, nobody doesn't want it. Even if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, right? Why would you not want to take advantage of being able to collect more Bitcoin? So, what are your thoughts? Are we just looking? Are we cherry picking all coins and saying, "Hey, this is what's happening"?
It's a hard one, really. Like, it's hard to sort of decide now if that's happening or not.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of like a bit early, in my opinion,
Yeah.
to sort of be saying like, are they actually going up against, is Bitcoin going down and alts going up? It's like today and yesterday they sort of were, but I would like to see like more price action of that to sort of like confirm that was the case, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like
it's definitely premature. I think it is
it's
premature right now.
but it is possible. Like they are shaping up. Like a lot of the alts are like flying.
Yeah.
But I just need to see a bit more price action in terms of that to make any sort of like opinion of it.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. So, for those of you who are on the chat who understood or didn't understand what Krisha was trying to get at, I'm going to draw a visual over here essentially on what she's talking about. All right. So let's say we have Bitcoin who just had a leg towards the upside and the market is now bullish. Okay, I'm going to use this black space over here. And then Bitcoin starts taking a leg down slowly and surely. What Krisha was trying to point out over there, and which she did really, really well, was that while the altcoins also probably went up on their USD pairing, now while Bitcoin's coming down, yes, they do come down, but on each down leg they get picked up. Like, so look at this. I'm struggling over here to keep the right frame. Apologies. Okay, so look at the down legs that Bitcoin has taken in on my drawing over here. Each down leg puts in a lower high and a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, which is, you know, literally just a falling channel on a lower time frames or a higher time frames uptrend. Okay, now the altcoins, what Krisha is trying to say is that they get picked up and put in higher highs. So they don't get drawn down as much. And each pickup pushes the price to make a new high. And that is indicative of, hey, wait a minute, maybe altcoins want to now start running. So this is what she found in her analysis when she was backtesting things. Now, when we look at something like Ethereum, right, guys, you'll see that happening right over here. Let's switch on over to the daily time frame. And you're seeing that. Yes, Bitcoin usually pulls the entire market down with it, correct? But this time, even though it did pull Ethereum down with it, and it has been pulling Ethereum down on each leg it's been taking down, Ethereum, each time Bitcoin gets picked up, Ethereum is getting picked up even higher and making new highs with the pickup, while Bitcoin is making lower highs with the pickup. So checking on that, right, looking at the major runners or the major altcoin market caps in the space, that's a good way to gauge, hey, is that something we need to keep an eye on? Is that a sign of altcoins showing revival? Is that a sign of money perhaps flowing into altcoins from Bitcoin? Because each lower high from Bitcoin could be considered as an opportunity, or read rather, could be read as an opportunity for the sellers to be selling their Bitcoin and putting that into altcoins. Because let's say I want to get a good position into an altcoin, I wouldn't just be selling my Bitcoin at any level, right? I'd wait for Bitcoin to come up to a high USD value and then wait for an opportunity to bid up an altcoin when it comes down. So that's how you see the dynamic flow of money from Bitcoin into altcoins. And we could be seeing that right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're seeing the same thing on ADA, guys. Right?
Many of the alts right now, Sean, they're all looking good. They're all looking very good on their USD charts and their Bitcoin charts. And that's what I meant when I said that even if all of this has to take a leg down, okay, it's not like it's gonna take so much to negate that macro trend.
Yes.
Right? And that's why we keep reiterating the same damn thing. Freaking zoom out, guys. It's gonna make your life so much more easier, so much more mango.
All right, so with that, we can go on over to the questions. Kusha, do you want to go through the questions?
Yes, sirree. Okay, so now I am going to be scrolling up because I've lost. Someone asked for Theta. Newman Mian says, okay, he's got like a bunch of requests. Decentraland and Theta. Okay, so let's do Theta actually. Theta because, well, it's Theta. Theta's been one of the better runners. Ooh. And it's looking decentish. As long as it holds the daily 21 EMA, I think it's looking good. But yeah, that's the one region of support that I'll be looking at. If we break under, then I'm saying that we're likely going to get a test of the Kijun. Going to get a clean C-span trade on the daily. Ichimoku.
Yeah. I'm looking at the 2-day on that, by the way.
Okay.
If you just pull up the mango ribbon,
yep.
It's, to me, it sort of looks sort of weaker.
Yeah.
I would sort of be looking at the 21 on the 2-day, so like the $1.69 region as sort of a target.
Yeah.
So Theta, guys, in my opinion, has so much momentum that you don't need to really be sitting through its consolidations. If you do sit, or rather if you do switch to the Mango dynamic on the daily time frame, you're going to see that it called consolidation phase, like all the way back on the 4th of Jan. So sitting through that consolidation phase has just been a waste of opportunity because this coin has a history, a fingerprint of when it does trend, it trends well. So there's no reason to be in it when, you know, it's not trending. So for me, it's literally just wait for the Mango dynamic to flip from purple to green, which is essentially consolidation to, hey, the momentum is beginning, and get the slope. Now, if you don't have access to the Mango dynamic, you could be using... That's the thing. It's still this is the issue with the 21 EMA. It will sometimes make you hold when you shouldn't be, and it sometimes makes you get out of position when you shouldn't. But what I'd be waiting for is this aggressive angling on the 21 EMA to begin, and that will take a little bit more. It's harder to read, but that's what you could wait for.
Yeah.
So yeah, Theta. I don't think
Theta.
it's not looking
Theta's
bad.
I think
for
it's
sure.
building up.
Yeah,
I think
building.
I think it's lining up for a bigger move, but I think it's just got some more time consolidating.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like Zill, eh?
Yeah.
Zill, yeah. Nah.
Nah?
I feel Theta may actually look better here than Zill.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, let's get back into the comment section. Scrolling. Bottom line, no one knows.
Ooh, we might be seeing a leg down on Bitcoin as we speak. Are we? That be nah. Yeah, kinda. Let's see if you hold up this yellow box I have marked out from 34,000 all the way to 32,000, or do we see this break live over here? That'd be really interesting. Somebody did ask, hey, are we going to see 1,200 Ethereum? Maybe we do it. Maybe we do see it on the live stream over here. At least 1230ish would be a level that could get tested again. But I don't know, man. We had a lot of opportunity to pick up Ethereum at way lower numbers.
Yeah.
Now's not the time to be looking to be a buyer, not at the zone, in my opinion.
Bob Harrison, he says Neo USD has quietly been making its last major local high 5 months ago to support. Could be a good chart to look at for a good trade opportunity. I agree, actually. In fact, in one of the previous streams, someone actually brought up Neo just right at the end, as soon as we ended the stream, and we couldn't pull it up. But just when he brought it up, it broke out of this beautiful ascending triangle. So yes, a lot of the alts, and that's the thing right now, and this is something that I've been talking about, is that a lot of the alts are reaching this level of price discovery, but they're still better to play because there's still like points of resistance and support overhead, right? They're getting there, but they're not there yet. Now, Neo is one of those coins that still have a lot of price history that you can actually play off of. And that's what makes its chart so freaking awesome. But no, Neo's actually looking pretty good. I think it's actually broken. I'm not sure if it's broken out of it. No, it hasn't. It's contesting a major point of resistance at $25. So it's a multi-year point of resistance. The last time it was lived over that was in August of 2018. So as soon as we take that out, I think this is gonna go.
Yeah, no, I like the Neo chart a lot. Have you guys looked at the Neo BTC chart?
No.
I'll pull it
All
up.
the Bitcoin pairings need to be viewed on the weekly. There's no point until the USD chart looks decent. Yeah, no, annihilation.
Yeah, it looks so bad.
Annihilation.
Like, this is a perfect example, by the way, of people who would have been calling Neo, any other altcoin, right? Just like calling them the winner against Bitcoin, and it's going to outperform. It's going to outperform, and throughout each time it pumps, right, one leg, they're like, I told you so. It's Neo's time, and what happens? Boom, dumps, right? And then from its all-time high, it's what is it? It's down minus 97%.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm not saying it's not going to run now, but imagine trying to pick the bottom on this one.
Yeah, it's
like,
impossible.
If you're just gonna get destroyed, you just get destroyed.
And everyone that tries to pick the bottom just tries to find some news or something
Yeah.
to like back it up with their fundamentals. Like, any news? No.
Yeah.
No. You know, it's so funny because if you look at trends and stuff, that's the thing is that people don't know, like, even technical analysis, it's a pretty new sort of field, right? Because before, the tools to actually conduct technical analysis was very raw, right? So people don't even know what questions to ask. So their first question is always, what's the news? Why is it pumping?
Why is it pumping? People want a
why is
reason.
it pumping? Is there any news? So, and it's still there. People are still always looking for news. And they always tend to hold on to fundamentals. The problem with fundamentals now is that fundamentals and technicals have never been so malaligned. You know, like, it's too, that's the thing, it can paint a very skewed picture.
I wanna start saying something different. I think we should start saying the fundamentals are different, right? Fundamentals aren't what people think it is. The
Yeah.
fundamentals have literally become as simple as bullish sentiment, bear sentiment, and supply and demand. That's it. That's it. Which is why you're seeing scarce assets like stocks and shares are scarce, right? Companies have only so many shares, and that's why you're seeing them just go crazy, and you're seeing things like fiat go down because it's not scarce anymore. It's as simple as that. And then you couple that with bullish versus bear sentiment.
Yeah.
It's why when the USD pumps, everybody gets afraid, and they start making moves on equities as well as Bitcoin, because they're wondering, hey, wait a minute, is this an indication that perhaps monetary policy is changing to make fiat more scarce? It really comes down to only that, right? People are looking at the charts to get an inclination as to what the fundamentals in terms of supply and demand are. That's all it is, guys, at the end of the day. You don't need to know the news. The charts are telling you, or rather, a lot of times give you hints before the real news ever comes out.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Well said. That's something I want to address, by the way. Austin in the comment, not the comment section, the live chat, he says Asian bears are ruining the fun. They spiked it last night. The West bought it all back up, and then Asia spiked it again. Austin, it's it makes sense that because of the time difference you're going to think like that, but trust me, a lot of people, even in the last cycle, they thought the same thing. Everyone's just so terribly wrong about this. If you're not in position, you're not in position because, well, of yourself, right? Or it has nothing. I don't think it has much to do with time zones and where people are located, and because it happened at this time, then it means that the Asians dumped it versus the North Americans who dumped it, or versus the Europeans who dumped it. It's a bunch of nonsense. So don't go based on that.
All
Remember,
right.
even last cycle, everyone was talking about that. It was so weird.
Kisha has strong feelings about that, guys.
It's just, it makes no sense. It makes no
actually,
sense.
It actually turned out that it was China who was a huge reason why the market actually moved up. So if anything, it's Asian bulls. But who knows, man? Who cares? Like, really, who cares? Let's switch on over to Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, and let's talk about the possibilities over here that may turn bullish or bearish. If you guys do remember, we were looking for the mango ribbon, the 21 EMA especially, to start coming more in equilibrium with the Tenkin and the Kijun. It is creeping its way up over there. I'd really like to see it sit between the Tenkin and the Kijun, right in the middle at around 24,000. That's when I'll actually start looking for that vacuum move down, and maybe even have some bids placed over there. But at the moment, it is still threatening to put in a bull flag on the weekly time frame.
Exactly. Yeah.
Krisha?
It's looking good. It's not good, but I'm just sorry. I can't help but look at this weekly chart, and it just looks so beautiful. I think, it could. I mean, if we could see that breakdown there, then we could come and actually, test those regions of support underneath.
Here's what I'm not liking: the 4-day. I do not like the 4-day time frame at the moment at all. Right? I'm not a big fan. And when do I start looking for Bitcoin to have a decision moment is going to be now the 10 SMA coming up to the candles that Bitcoin would currently be having. So it depends. Right now, the 10 SMA is sitting all the way at around 31,500-ish. So perhaps we have that move down to it, and then I want to see the reaction. All right. Bitcoin's 4-day 10 SMA has been key in holding Bitcoin up through, by the way, the COVID. We've taken some really great trades and gotten out of some bad trades because of the 10 SMA on the 4-day time frame. So now that we're coming in equilibrium with it again, guys, we need to be, keeping an eye on it and see how Bitcoin reacts to the 4-day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if this actually starts, you're right, the 4-day is looking ugly. I think the 4-day is not looking the best right now compared to all the other 4-day charts that we just saw, Ethereum included. I think Bitcoin actually has the weakest 4-day close. Not close, but the follow-through, I'm not liking the follow-through. Like, even as soon as it did close, even the slight run-up that it had was barely anything. So there was literally no bullish momentum that came in as soon as this new 4-day candle opened. This could give people a hint on what is to come. Now, I know someone in the chat said that if this breaks down, we could very well, see Bitcoin test 27K. What are your thoughts on that, Sean, Ollie? What are your so if we actually see a breakdown here, where do you think Bitcoin
Right.
is likely going to test?
So if we close a 4-day candle underneath 3400-ish, 34,000, I think we could see a wick down to the 10K, which is actually 28,000. But I want to see the close above the 10 SMA regardless. If we close underneath the 10 SMA after that, I'll be looking for a move all the way down to 25,000, which is the key zone. That's as simple as that. 4-day close underneath the 10 SMA, looking for a move down to the key zone. 4-day close above the 10 SMA, we could get a wick down to the 10K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 21 will probably line up with it as well.
Yeah, by the time
Yeah.
that happens.
I think that would be such a good buy. I'd definitely be coming in there for sure.
Yeah.
Also, that's so I pretty much have the same sort of range that you guys have there. You said 4-day 10kin, right, Sean?
4-day 10K, if we hold the 10 SMA, would be the
Yeah.
best buy opportunity. But if you lose the 10 SMA, you could get one towards the key zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking really good right now. And also the 4-day 10kin, by the way, there's confluence with 21 EMA on the 3-day, as well as I think there's some 2-day confluence there, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong. But yeah, I think it's a pretty strong level, that 27K-ish. 27K all the way down to around 25K. That's
Yep.
going to be a pretty significant sort of region there of support. And also, guys, for those of you who are looking now, I know that there's still a lot of people on the sidelines. You know, they're looking to be buyers. Both of you, do you guys have any, any sort of advice for them in terms of, when price drops and they're actually looking to be buyers? Any advice in that note?
No, zero
regard?
advice. Zero advice.
Yeah. No advice for.
I'd say this: if you're looking to be a buyer, set out a range for yourself. A lot of times now I have fallen victim to this, where I sort of, when I was new, I used to fixate on one level. I'm like, no, I'm going to wait for price to come down, then I'm going to take my bid on that price. It had to be to the decimal point. And
Yeah.
I missed my bid, okay, because price did not come down there. So if you are someone who's sitting on the sidelines, you're looking to be a buyer, definitely set out a range for yourself.
Yep.
And it's not just for Bitcoin, any chart you're playing, not just crypto, even traditional. Set out a range, set out a decent range for yourself that you can play, that you can like scatter your bids on.
Yeah, in terms of execution, if
Yeah.
you've already decided to be a buyer, then yeah, that's really good advice, Krisha. But as to whether you should be buying or not, we don't know. This could
Yeah.
be the end of the bull market for all we know. Like, you need to, because
Yeah.
if we tell you, hey man, that's going to be a good spot to buy, and a lot you're going to hear that in a lot of YouTube videos,
Yeah.
and they could be right, or they could be horribly wrong, and it's not their fault that it went wrong for you, because they will be telling you something that they're going to be doing, but they don't tell you everything else along with their risk management, etc., when they'll be getting out. And it's not on them to tell you, but it's still going to be on you to know that there's other things to be looking at. Now, here at Mango, we're always careful of that. We're trying to protect you guys as much as we can. So that's why we try to stay away from those kind of questions as much as we can. However, we do teach you and tell you how our mindset works going into these markets. Like, we were getting bullish on Bitcoin on the monthly at 10,650. For those of you who have been watching, we told you exactly what we were doing, which was accumulating a position and how we're going to be managing it if we lose those monthly levels. Another big thing to have been doing was looking at the 4-day, and as soon as we start closing candles above this level over here at 19,000, or even this level over here at 12,300, those were times where you could relatively manage your risk and know when to get out. The problem with being a buyer over here, no matter what level you pick, it's so hard to know whether you are wrong, right? Like, even, for example, why is the daily so difficult? If you sell over here, we could get picked up on the 4-day 21 EM, which is not too far away. And the volatility of Bitcoin means that within like 2 or 3 hours, we could be bouncing $5,000, $10,000, and then suddenly you sold at around 32,000. Bitcoin went down to 28,000. You're like, oh, thank God I sold. And then you come back to your computer 3 hours later and it's already back up to 33,000. And you're like, what the hell? I should have just held. Because that's what makes it hard in a bull market to hold position. Because even if you sell well, it bounces well low. Right? So, yeah.
Yeah. True.
those are my thoughts on that. It just gets difficult to lose position now. It's so hard.
Also another thing I just want to mention. So I just had to hide someone from the chat. So because now we're in a bull market, okay, even if we do have a leg down from here, like I'd mentioned yesterday, it's going to take a lot for the chart to actually turn, for the cycle to really change, and for us to get something on the macro time frame that's going to tell us that, hey, maybe we're going bearish. So because we're in this bull market, and even we're seeing the alts running, you're going to find a lot of people trying to sell you on rubbish. Okay,
Yeah.
they're gonna sell you on freaking pump and dump scams. Like someone just right now in the chat was trying to shill some stupid project. When I looked at the chart, it's crap. Okay, do not get caught in anything like that. Do not. Like, if it's, be very, very, very careful in the space.
Yep. If you're new to the space, guys, you'll just be best off sticking to two charts, which is pretty much Ethereum and Bitcoin. Anything else, understand that you will be playing with scammers and sharks in the space, and unless you really know what you're doing, which you probably wouldn't because you're new to the space, you are going to get hurt. And the temptation, or rather the lure, is for you to be able to turn a small amount of money into huge amounts of money, right? That's what people want. They're like, hey man, this altcoin can 100x, Bitcoin will only 10x. But what ends up happening is what little money you have too is going to turn to zero when all you had to do was be patient. People didn't want to buy Bitcoin at around 10,000 because, hey man, all these altcoins can 100x and Bitcoin will only 10x. Well, think about it this way. If you had done it the Manco way, waited for the trend to actually be on your side, you would have been in Bitcoin at around 10,000, and now at around 35,000, you're 3.5x up. So you have that much more, 3x more USD to buy those altcoins if you see the signs. If you don't see the signs, still wait. Maybe Bitcoin goes up to 60,000 before we see the signs in the altcoins. Now you're 6x the money, right? Just go with the trend, guys. You don't want to be getting scammed out of all of your hard work.
Yeah. Someone asked Jay Garner, take a glance at Matic.
All
Sure
right.
thing. Let's go look at Matic. I still remember guys, like last, was it the last alt run where Matic had that insane freaking sell-off? And I think that was because of Binance's margin exchange.
Yeah, there was something,
Wait,
they
when?
had just introduced Matic to margin, and people were so over-leveraged that they had a massive wick or massive move towards the downside. Right over here, all these switch on. I'm not sure which one of these huge
Just
candles.
go to the weekly and
I think it
you'll
was
see like
ninth.
a 65% dump candle.
Yeah,
Like it's
9th
just
of
one
December.
massive red candle.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was right over here, 11th of December 2019. Jesus Christ.
Man, the weekly chart looks so
And-
bad. on
And
Matic.
that, the thing is, right, guys, you're seeing this right over here. You're seeing an example of when everybody just exits their position quickly because the trend ends. Look at this daily over here. Back then, 4th of December 2019, all the way to 9th of December, right? We put in 1, 2, 3 candles, and it looked pretty good until when we took her that wick low at 0.03. Oh, I'm looking at the... Oh, this is the USD chart. Damn, it's only 3 cents. 0.03 cents, and boom. Everybody exited at the same time, causing a cascade of stop losses getting triggered, and then one after the other, slippage all the way down to 75% drawdown in one
Yeah.
freaking move.
Yeah,
Matic
that was
has
pretty
a,
crazy. That was pretty insane.
like when a chart is it did a 78% drawdown as well going into March. Oh, this was COVID though. This was COVID. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, it's still stuck in like a big range. Like you can pretty much just draw like support at the bottom and resistance at the top, depending where you draw it. But like it still just looks like one big sort of rectangle, and
Yeah.
it hasn't really been trending at all. Like, there's probably better things to be looking at
Yeah.
in terms of, you know.
It's
Yeah.
come up against the weekly resistance right up at basically near that zone where we had that massive dump that we were just talking about on December 2019. Came up against that, and now it's not even reaching out to it perfectly. If we do clear above that, then it becomes interesting.
Yeah,
But until
exactly,
then,
yeah.
that area is going to be a key point of resistance that you don't want to trade against.
Yeah.
So yeah, all these referring to this triangle, guys. Okay, all the way up at 0.04 cents is your resistance, and all the way down to 0.0009 cents, right, as your support. So could mark out the middle of the range too. Let's see if it's being respected.
Yeah, you could,
yeah. 0.02 cents for
and also
accumulation.
that one weekly high. I don't know if you put it in at
0.023
3 cents.
3 cents. No, I haven't put that in yet. I don't think.
Hey, Sean. So Josh
Mhm.
Hinden just asked a question. He's like, "Hi guys, are you still eyeing XAU BDC to gain insight into BDC?"
Yes, I am. But the thing is, it became pretty obvious, right, as to what it was doing.
Yeah.
Did I mistype it?
Also,
It
guys,
did-
sorry, go on, Sean.
Sorry. So gold chart is also looking pretty crap. All right.
Yeah.
Gold chart. Yeah, what is gold doing? I haven't been following gold. Oh. Falling channel. Wedge. Whatever. XAU USD. Ollie, have you been looking at the gold chart?
I haven't looked at it for like a week. I'll pull it up.
I haven't been following the gold chart. I know Sean has. He's been actively looking at a bunch of charts. But, oh yeah, one thing I wanted to tell you guys, like we were just going over Matic, right? So coins like Matic and stuff, I mean, they can all be traded on Binance on margin. So be very careful of those charts. Be very, very careful of those coins. Because the way Binance, like I try to break it down, the way they're kind of doing margin trading, it can get very messy when volatility picks up. And especially when panic settles in, it can get messier. And you do not want to be caught holding one of those coins if, you know, we actually go about that kind of volatility.
Yep, exactly.
And we actually see panic selling,
Yep.
you know, happening on the chart.
When I see something like that on the charts, I'm kind of worried because there's a history of people are also worried, right, and they're holding that position because they want the big win that could come from it, but at a drop of a hat they'll drop the position too, and you don't want that. The reason Bitcoin is the more approachable asset for institutional investors because it's beginning to show a history of, you know, while volatile, still very the hodlers. There's a lot of love history of the hodlers in Bitcoin increasing and increasing and increasing. People want to hold Bitcoin and they trust in that hodling power that the Bitcoin community has.
Yeah.
So
Scott M asked, I'm planning on becoming a seed member and noticed that there is a promo code. Is the Christmas one still available?
No, the Christmas one expired
a while ago.
a while ago, actually.
It was only a week ago, actually.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so the Christmas code, I think, I don't think there's any more promos running. Not, at least, there's only one promo running right now, but that's only for the seed members for the Mango Dynamic. But that's literally the only one that we have running.
Oh yeah, by the way, some of you are a little unaware about that. I had to actually issue a refund and then ask someone to rebuy it with the promo code. So please be aware, for those of you who missed that announcement that Krisha put out, that seed members do get a discount on the Mango Dynamic. The Mango Dynamic is already discounted as is for early bird pricing for all of you as well. And initially what the plan was for seed members to only have access to it so that they get the early bird discount. But then I felt a little bit crappy about that. But then so we decided to put it out at that price for you guys as well and give seed members an additional discount. So
yeah.
But yeah, please use the coupon.
Yep. So that's
Somebody
quite a note
asked,
out there.
can you check RLC USDT on Binance? Hey, that was I traded that coin back like 3 years ago, 4 years ago almost.
Which one is it?
iExec RLC. It's in consolidation, man. The volatility on RSA has always been really, really drastic, so that's kind of why you're seeing the big moves. But you need to understand that if you zoom out, you're seeing that it, man, I bet this move is like 50% or something, though. 80%, Jesus Christ. How do you trade this RLC? Yeah, how do you trade this well?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's so hard to trade this one. And the wick over here is making it so hard to look at the chart. So essentially, if we start closing candles above $1.87, that's when you start getting interested in just looking for further breakout. But honestly, the volatility on this one is ridiculous, man. I think I looked at the order books for this one not too long ago, a few months ago, and the order books were so thin that you couldn't even get a position in if you wanted. So I don't know how people trade this. That's kind of why this looks like this, right? Because if you wanted even a small position, you got to be looking at a massive range. So the order books are too thin on this one. So like, look at this comment, right, that somebody just posted in the comment section. Sand just made a 150% move, right? Now, a lot of you guys who are new traders who you'll get drawn in to that comment, and I'm not saying Marwan Al-Gabzani, I'm not trying to poke fun at you or anything like that, but I don't even know this coin. This coin could be very well legit, but let's say it's a brand new coin that has no liquidity at all. Just because it did 150%, it means nothing. It really means nothing. What really matters is your ability to get a position in there, your ability to get a position out of there safely. If you try to get a position on a coin that's going to push the market up by 15 to 20% because of you getting a position in, that's not something you want. Because it means that if somebody else just comes in, one person comes in and sells even a small position, the market could dump 15 to 20%, right?
Yeah.
So it's easy to push those markets up to 100%, and it means nothing if they dump just as fast, like 55, 75%.
Exactly.
Yeah, so a move like that means nothing. I'd rather take a 10% move on Bitcoin any day over a 150% move on a shitcoin.
On just like a random pump.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know that's not just going to sell off all the way back down to like 7?
Yeah.
This is also, by the way, where liquidity really counts, you know, and that's what people people FOMO into trades like this, or they get very they get sad, or not sad, but what's the term I'm looking for, like an emotion that shit, you know, FOMO. Yeah, some massive FOMO when they're like, oh, but this coin pumped 200%. Oh, look at this coin on coin market cap, this one pumped 500%. Yeah, okay, fine, you know, these coins can pump, but it all depends on the liquidity. Are you able to even get in, right? What if the first order on the order book is actually the spread is so massive that even if you buy the first order, you get a candle like this?
I'm looking at sand, by the way, guys,
right?
On Binance. Yeah. So how would you have entered this, right? Where would you have decided to enter?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's too hard.
You can't trade this. This is the kind of coin where you'll hear from your friends, hey man, buy sand, hey man, buy this, buy that. And it's you taking a tip. It's not you trading. It's you taking a tip and hoping for the best. Now,
unless you did actually look at the 4-hour, I guess you could have got in when it broke the 4-hour high.
There was a daily candle close. To be fair, there was a daily candle close above 0.052-ish. Maybe there's more to this. You know, I don't want to dismiss this. Okay, how about this? I'm using sand, guys, as an example to prove a point.
Of other coins.
Yeah, of other coins. So this coin may actually be legit. It's not fair for me to be. I don't know what the volume is on this coin whatsoever. I have to look at the order books, blah blah blah. But just be very careful, be skeptical, and at the same time look for opportunity. So now when I look at sand, right, and we draw a horizontal right over here at 0.053, I have to, in a way, take back what I said, because we had a daily candle close and then a follow-up that was respected, and then as soon as we took out the high, you could see that people were like, that's it. Maybe we want to get in, and the FOMO clearly came in. Now you want to see, does this hold this candle, or does it get sold into? Was this just a pump and dump scheme, or does it hold, right?
Yeah.
There's definitely volume on this candle. What are your thoughts, Krisha? Like, when I switch to the 1 hour, the volume on the 1 hour candle just like one straight line, while everything else looks non-existent.
correct me
Yeah,
if I'm wrong, guys. I think Sand was one of Binance's ICO, if I'm not wrong. So they probably have people on the chart, and you can just look at the price action on the chart. There's someone on the chart. When I say someone, I'm sure there's like a market maker or something on this chart. But it's from because it just hit the chart. We can't really dissect something that literally just got released on like the weekly time frame. It wouldn't be fair, right? So if you drill down to the lower time frames, I think it looks relatively decent. Okay, it looks okay. But that's the thing. These kind of moves that you see, like 100% pump or 60 or whatever, like you can't anticipate anything like this. Yeah, fine. We had that break. Now, if you want, this did have like an upper bound, like a trend line, right? That broke. But the thing is that you can never anticipate volatility like this kicking in.
Yep, exactly.
This could have gone up 5% and be like, okay, fine, I'm done.
Yeah.
No more steam.
By the way, guys, look at Bitcoin. Almost taking out the lows.
Oof.
Boom.
It's gonna get interesting. Cause she's like, boom. She's like, I was right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's see
Well,
how
I
this
was
gets.
looking at I
Let's
was
see if this
looking
gets
at
picked up.
CMEs in that, and they
Wasn't
were sort
looking
of they looked a lot worse than what Bitcoin spot did. Like they were living under their lows, like today and yesterday, and they just basically retested that one horizontal zone there. And I was targeting a move down to 33,000 to 32,500.
Yeah.
So looks like it's coming down.
Let's see the 1 hour candle if it takes out these lows over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone in the comment section, they asked if Bitcoin had a symmetrical triangle being drawn out. I think it does have a symmetrical triangle, at least the psychology of one. But and even if I do take the measured move, it takes us all the way down to that $27,000 that we were talking about earlier. Now the thing is that this could also get picked. So I think what the point of support that I'm going to give more precedence to is going to be the one at 32K. I think if we break 32K, I think that's going to be a more definite sort of thing of a break. I'll be waiting for 32K to be taken out.
Yeah, that's the bottom of the box I have drawn.
Yeah. 32K is going to be the major support. If we take that out, then I'm saying follow through to the downside. However, if price stutters there and we start holding it as support, that's when I'll be a little more skeptical on any more downside. I'll be looking for, some sort of bounce.
Yep. So we can watch this now. I think we're about to close a 1 hour candle in around 6 minutes. It'll be interesting to see how it closes. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the comments. Let's see over here. Can you check out RLC? We just did that. ADA is a solid project, not like any other scum frauds. Hey man, Cardano probably is a solid project. I have no idea, but there are a lot of scams out there. For the rest of you, be very careful, right? If you're trading the charts, just stick to the top 10 coins, because regardless of whether they're scams or not, you're likely going to get the liquidity that you want on the order books to be able to make your trades. And that way, if you're looking at the charts again, guys, and not following the fundamentals, you don't have any bias towards what you think a coin is going to do based on the CEO's promises to you, because a promise is just that. It's a promise. It means nothing. Okay, it's garbage, right? The only promise is in Bitcoin, because it's a completed project. Even Ethereum, man, right now it's all promises. Be very careful. As bullish as we are. Exactly.
Yeah.
Scott
and it could
says
take 2 years.
More than that. No, dude, more than that. Way more. This is an undertaking that is massive, and I don't blame them. But people need to understand that. Again, Scott M says, I'm planning on becoming a seed member. Oh, this is the comment that you did read, eh? And notice that there's a promo code. Okay, so there's the promo code, like Kusha mentioned, guys, is already expired. But Scott, you could reach out to Ollie. And while the promo code may not be available, it won't be the same discount because you are close to when the discount expired, or you can probably set you up with something. Dragon Somatic says, scammers will always follow the trends. They actually are an indicator for me to... Hey, could you elaborate on that, Dragon, if you're still here? So what he says is, scammers will always follow the trends. They actually are an indicator for me on market sentiments and reach. So what you mean is, while there are more scammers, you know it's a bullish market, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Be patient and load up on ETH, guys. Weak hands. Hey, man, I'm actually beginning to get a little bit concerned about how bullish people are on Ethereum. Far too many videos coming out with 20,000 Ethereum.
Holy crap.
Like, when I
call... everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. When I was talking about 10,000 Ethereum, it was still sitting at around $300 and $400, right? And now it's like everyone's talking about it. It's making me worried. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm beginning to get concerned because Ethereum is not taking out its weekly levels. I want to see a weekly candle close above 1365 now, right? I want to see a weekly candle close, and that's primarily because everyone else is so freaking bullish suddenly. They're like, Bitcoin did this, and because we missed out on Bitcoin's move, Ethereum's gonna do this. I'm seeing TA that's literally saying, hey, because Bitcoin, after breaking out of its high, sent it to $40,000, which is around a 2x. That means Ethereum is also going to do that for sure, guys, for sure. So take the trade. No. That's not how you trade. Be careful.
If only it worked like that.
Yeah. If trading were that simple, man, you wouldn't see...
Everyone would make money.
But think about this, guys. 98% of traders apparently lose money. So you just got to figure out how not to lose money, and you'll be better than 98% of the market. That's a really good start. Just try not to first win, try to not lose, and you'll already have been more successful than 98% of this space.
Wisdom bombs dropped.
Cap 10 Crypto says, I signed up for the Mango Ribbon. How quickly do I usually gain access to the indicator on TradingView? It actually depends on how much time we have on our hands. So reach out to either Krisha or me on Discord, and we'll go ahead and give you access a little bit quicker if you... Well, it depends on when you signed up, man. Depends on when you signed up. If you signed up only like a day or so ago, then be patient and we'll get to you. But either way, just join our Discord anyway, guys. It's at themangoway.com/discord. That's the link, themangoway.com/discord. And yeah, there's a verification process where you just have to fill in a captcha form now that we put in to avoid scammers and bots that we were just talking about. So yeah, just wait for a DM to... So as soon as you enter I think as soon as you enter, you'll see a captcha message, or a bot will message you saying, hey, fill in the message, right? Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So there's one channel there that has the captcha bot, and you should get a DM and then just fill out the captcha, and you should be good to go. If you have DM shut, then just go into the channel where the bot is and then just follow the instructions there.
Yeah.
Yep. So guys, we just took out that low over there. Bitcoin at 33,401. Bitcoin coming down now to the blue dashed line at 33,000. It does look like we are seeing the pickup right now. But hey, this is it. This is the big move that Krisha was mentioning at the beginning of this video. Signs to come. Signs to come. Yeah.
So things are. You guys get to get some insight into our mindset and how we look at price action. You know, even though yes, we keep telling you guys that the macro time frames are still bullish. You know, in the mid time frames.
Yeah.
We can have, certain sort of analysis that will, tip us off on a potential pullback.
Yep, this broke.
We closed under the lows there.
Yep. Close under the lows.
But it is an hourly, so...
Yeah. Still though, not looking good. Bitcoin not looking good. This 4 hour here coming down, taking out the low. The 4 hour hasn't closed just yet. But either way, I'm not expecting it to close over. If it does, great, but I'm not expecting it to do so. I think even if we do get close in the middle of this box over here, we're likely going to come up now, retest 34,000, and then come back down to test the 32,000. Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
Looking good.
Krisha's looking good.
More cheap Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's a bull market, guys. It's a bull market.
Krisha's looking for it to come all the way down to 27,000. Hey, who knows? Will Bitcoin gift everyone with that move? Or does it get picked up before then?
I think everyone would look for 20,000.
Yes.
And then the 27K would actually probably be realistic.
You
it's
think
weird.
so,
I'll
eh?
tell
You
you,
think so?
the emotion is
Yeah.
people are going to look for, say now they have 27K as a target. Okay, now we put it out there, and then it comes down to 27K, and even if it hovers for like a couple of days, suddenly the targets change. They're like, no, I think I think we can get lower.
Goes
Let's do
down. Yeah.
22K. Comes down to 22K. No, I think we can get 20K.
Mm.
So the targets keep getting lower, and a lot of people they don't enter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I feel like people would be glad to jump in at 27,000 or 25,000. I don't know. Maybe my read on this is wrong, but like being able to buy very, very close to a break of a previous all-time high, to me just sounds like a gift.
It is a gift.
Yeah. But
to some people.
I have a family indicator that I'm gonna ask. Like, would you guys buy Bitcoin here?
they called
They're
the
gonna
top
see price-
again.
Yeah,
They're
they're gonna
called
see
the top.
price
No
drop, and
way.
they're like, no, I think we can get 20K. Watch them say that.
So for
Big
those of
money
you who
on
are
it.
just tuning in the chat and don't know what we're talking about, there's a history of Krisha's parents always calling her up and asking her about Bitcoin at the top. They did it at 20,000 Bitcoin. They did it over here at 14,000 Bitcoin, and then right over here at 42,000 Bitcoin. Krisha showed up on the seed chat, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, guys, my family just called. Just a heads up, my top indicator family just called," and it ended up being thus far the local top at the very least. So is it going to be like, Jesus Christ, is it going to be a local top again? That means we're going to go into a weekly downtrend perhaps, and hey, perhaps altcoins run in that, because let's go ahead and look at BTC. How's Bitcoin doing during this move that Bitcoin is taking down? Yeah, that'd be really no, I'm looking at the weekly. That's not really fair. Actually, no, the hourly is looking good too. The hourly is going up, guys. So ETH is performing better than Bitcoin during this down leg, and again, this is what people would like to be seeing.
Yeah.
Eyes on the prize, friends. Eyes on the prize. But then I'm a moon girl, guys. Don't listen to me. What do I know?
So
I'm on my
proud
rocket
to.
ship,
So
on my
proud.
way to the moon.
All right,
Got
so
my
with that,
astronaut
guys,
suit.
with that, let's go ahead and take some final questions before we wrap the stream up. We are 1 hour 42 minutes into it already. Whoa, there's 500 of you guys here, and probably just 50 likes if I know how this usually goes. So please go ahead and hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe as well if you haven't, and most importantly, hit the bell. Hit the bell icon. So you don't miss the next stream, because we usually start the stream around 15 minutes after we actually turn on the music, etc. So you guys have enough time to get to your computers after the notification icon, rather the notification bell actually sends you a notification.
Yes, sirree.
So Across Canada asks for MVRV chart for ETH. MVRV chart. What does that mean? MVRV. That's not a chart, man.
Is that an indicator, maybe, or?
If that's an indicator, I won't know how to read it, man. I don't know how. I don't use it.
Across Canada is always like, man, it's so freaking late there. He's here for every stream.
Yeah. Oh, Garima asked for Wi-Fi. This is the second time she's asking. I was supposed to get back to it. Alright, let's go ahead and look at Wi-Fi USDT first. So the USDT pairing taking a leg down, but to be expected considering what Bitcoin is doing. Where did it get up to? It got up to that $40,000 level. Interesting. So those of you who've been following Mango for a while, especially those of you who are in the Discord or the Telegram back then, I'd said, guys, watch Wi-Fi for an indication of how far Bitcoin may actually get on its bull run in terms of its dollar value, right? It kind of shows you the nominal volatility an asset can have when it's at a really, really high number. And like, what do you know? What are the chances that Wi-Fi actually got up to around $42,000, okay, and then had its bear market, and Bitcoin pretty much local topped at $42,000 too. Wi-Fi now coming back up to around $40,000 and seeing some resistance over there. Really interesting. Is this where Wi-Fi and Bitcoin actually start seeing a 1-to-1 coupling, where it's one Wi-Fi equal one BTC forever? Does anybody know the supply of Wi-Fi? Is it around 21 million too? That'd be freaking really interesting.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
That'd be so interesting. So Wi-Fi, there you go. It's currently sitting at 0.1 Bitcoin, right? Sorry, 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin to the T. So the major, okay, I already have this charted, Garima, as you guys can see. We broke into this yellow box resistance that we've been talking about, but again, the easiest trade for Wi-Fi against the Bitcoin pairing is above 1.66. If it does do that, I'm looking for it to get all the way up to 2.0. If it breaks 2.0, I'm looking for it to get all the way up to 2.97-ish. That'd be really, really nice. But if it takes that out too, all the way up to 4 Bitcoin per Wi-Fi, that'd be crazy.
I think Wi-Fi has like 30,000 supply.
30,000 supply, so pretty close to Bitcoin. Pretty close.
Well, only 30.
Oh, 30,000, not 30 million. Damn.
Yeah.
Oops, 30,000.
Yeah.
So so hey, that's crazy. What's this M cap? Do you see it?
No. 936 million.
So hey, these numbers, these ridiculous numbers on Wi-Fi, getting up to 4 BTC again, could put Wi-Fi. Oh, let's go ahead and actually look at the USDT pairing again. Kusha, Pattern Queen, are you seeing any like significant pattern over here that could take us to crazy numbers on Wi-Fi USDT?
Wait, let me pull it up. I have Wi-Fi BTC, so I'm just gonna pull up USDT. Wi-Fi.
There's a structure that did break over here, by the way. I'm just not
Wait a
sure if it takes
second.
us. Okay.
Oh. Like it's my turf. No, I'm kidding. A possible cup and handle, but I'm not seeing the volume for it, honestly. So I don't want to like hang on to threads here. So Wi-Fi. Is there any other charts? I'm looking at Binance though. Is there any other chart that has, much more price history? Or
I
it's
don't
just
think
Binance?
so. I think Binance has most of it.
Yeah. Yeah, a possible sort of cup and handle, but I mean, right now, even if this is a cup and handle, actually no, let me rewind. Even if this is not a cup and handle, this region that we're contesting right now is going to be a rather important one. I think when we start closing weekly candles underneath it, we may see some more sort of follow through to the downside.
Which region are you looking at?
So I'm looking at what's this? Coming in at around 30,000.
Okay.
Break of 30,000 on the weekly.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you guys can give your analysis, guys. These are just my regions.
I think it can come in for another higher low. That's what it looks like to me.
To around 29,000 probably.
Yeah, 29,000, and it'll probably get picked up again.
To be honest, I'm just too tired to actually even think about the shot.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I am going to take a look though. The lower time frames are definitely in a downtrend. On the 1 hour is like in a falling channel coming down onto that weekly support right over here. We do have that structure that Kusha is talking about. And Kusha, where would this take us if we actually do see continuation past 43,000?
Let me put it in. Give me a second. Okay, so a more conservative measured move for Wi-Fi would take it up to 53,697.
53,000. All right, cool. Not bad at all. All right, so geez. So with that, guys, we're going to be wrapping up. Just going to go take a quick look at the comments. Ollie, any last words?
Last words
on Wi-Fi or
last thoughts rather. Jesus, I really freaking need a coffee, man. I'm freaking getting tired.
Yeah. No, not really. Oh, apart from Wi-Fi, like the measured move, if it did break, I'd probably have like 65,000 as an overall target.
Yeah,
I'm looking at around 61,000 too. I had a horizontal there that I must have drawn on a different stream, so we're just going to keep that there for now until I get back to looking at the chart. All right, so with that, guys, I'll just go ahead and take a quick look at the comments again, hoping ETH bounces back as well. Bob Harrison says, what are your thoughts on GRT? We'll take a look at GRT tomorrow, man. Bob, go ahead and remind me on tomorrow's stream. So Master Zabulun says notes 29,000. Oh, you're referring to Wi-Fi's supply. Yeah, apologies for that. Of course, it doesn't have 21 million. That would make it the same market. Yeah, Jesus, sorry about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Jason says it's only 2 a.m. over here at Alberta. All right, guys, so it's late for you too, and I'm freaking almost checking out too. I'm either going to take a nap or I'm going to be having a coffee. Do the mango way, do the Sesame way. I'm really exhausted. Any final thoughts, Kusha, Ollie, before we wrap up?
Nope. Trade
That's it.
safely, guys. Trade stress-free, and remember to zoom out.
Yep.
Don't panic.
Zoom out. Don't panic. Ciao, guys.